Well, hello YouTube. Plain old Chuck here. I'll give you a couple little tips today, and a really secret that a little thing that I've kept a secret for a long time because of the value of it. I didn't want a lot of people to know that I had it. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I give you a quick preview of my Coleman Vineyard 3000 XL waffle maker. Coleman only made 6 of these, and I was lucky enough to pick one up at an auction one time. So we're going to see if we can maybe make us a waffle if I get my heat just right on it. They're a little finicky to get going, but I started making some of my secret homemade batter with double sifted flour and just I can't really tell you all the ingredients. Trust me, they're special. But we're going to give it a try. Might need to pump a couple more times. And about there. Seems about right. We'll see how she goes. Like I say, they're a little finicky sometimes. But while we're trying that, I want to show you something that bothered me for a good while. I just worked around it. There's ways to work around it. Until I watched a video by a good friend of mine, a good friend of mine that I can't remember his channel name. Florida Boy Survival. I don't know how many of you just follow him or whatever, but oh, he's got some little hacks and some good little tricks. Hold on one second. It wouldn't be proper if I remembered everything, so I did forget a plate. But we're going to try out a couple other things today too. I made me a new stove, a new pop can stove. Years ago, when they first started doing these, I made one, and it came out really great. And I gave it away. and I made about 7 or 8 after that, and none of them worked. So I decided I'm going to try one more time. So we'll give that a try today and see if it works. Well, looky there. The Binford 3000 comes through again. I better make a couple of those just to be sure. Whoops. I overdid it again. It's such a rare piece, I really don't want to dirty it all up. And I have some real maple syrup. I didn't bring down any butter. But a touch of syrup should do the trick. Here's to you, Daryl. Really good. Okay, one more before we move on with the show. Try not to overdo it this time. Okay. We have our light going for the boys in the back of the bus. So I guess it's okay to make a coffee. What we're going to try is with this. Now, getting back to my buddy over there at Florida Boy Survivor. Had over the years used my canteen cup quite a, not a whole lot, but quite a bit. I always have trouble. I mean, you could set it sideways, but then what I found was the heat always came up through here and heated the handles up till they were too hot to. So I was watching old Matt over there. Let me get this off of here. There we go. We'll shut this down now. There we go. So anywho, let's get back to Matt. I was watching his video, and he shows something that's really so simple that it's funny, that I had never thought of. And I'm not sure if he's the first one to come up with this, if it's his idea or whatever, but it's simply two little pieces of coat hanger bent like this. And what one would do would be put their burner inside, but they would take the long end of this, put it in here, and stretch it over to there, and the long end here, and stretch it over and put it in that hole, in the two little holes in the back and in the center middle. Then if you have a wide cup, you can open them up. If you have a narrow cup, you can narrow them down for a smaller pot or whatever. And I just thought that was the niftiest idea. So that's how we're going to try to heat our coffee today. We're going to try this. Put a little alcohol in there. Get that going. Put a little water in there. And let's see if we can tell if this is going to bloom or not, if this stove is going to be a success. If not, we might have to go back to the Binford 3000 to get us a cup of coffee this morning. Not looking real promising, to be honest with you. We'll see if we can enclose it. See if that helps it. See a problem already. I made my can too high. And it sticks above the, although it is starting to bloom. Sure took a while, but it's getting there. I think the can is going to be too high, and I'm going to snuff it out with the canteen cup. So I guess there is going to be a little math involved in this. I tried to make the can fairly large so I could get a longer burn time, but obviously I can fix that. My old Prince Albert cans come to the rescue. Wonder how hot that is. Not very. There we go. We have a full bloom now. So obviously that will work. But you have to be smarter than the stove. Plus now I have my lid for my water. But that if someone would have been smart enough to make that can short enough, has to be shorter than the stove, basically. But makes it very stable on there and stuff. You don't have to worry about trying to balance that canteen cup. I know if I'll leave a link to Matt's video, and he shows, you know, how a lot of people turn it the opposite way with the kidney shape opposite, and yeah, it will work that way. Still not really stable. Still have to balance it. You could set it like catty corner on there and stuff, and you can make it work. I've made it work for years, as you could tell by the canteen cups kind of burn up a little bit, but this makes it so much nicer. And like I say, there's just two little pieces of coat hanger. Basically, well, I don't have a coat hanger, but basically you just bend a little tab on the end and then measure your distance from the hole to here and add maybe 1/8 of an inch or so, and the width across, and then down to that notch, and bend it back in and bend it up a little bit, and take them out. They fit, just lay in the bottom of your canteen. Don't take up any space in the bottom of your cup. And yeah, I think it's going to work okay. I know some of you real quick, intelligent people on this channel, on my channel, will will realize that that's really not a Binford 3000 502. Really, it's a little mini waffle iron. But the 502 makes a nice stand for it, and it was color coordinated, so I thought, hey, why not? I'll just use it. It's a cute little setup. If you have enough extension cord to run from your campsite to a power source, you would be okay. So until I get my biggin repaired, first repair didn't work, I'll be working on another one. Try something different. I may try brazing it. I'm not sure how cast iron will work with brazing, but we'll figure it out. Plenty hot. So I could have got by with a shorter can and still boiled in time. All these fancy coffees lately. Today I'm going with instant. I got the Nescafe 2-in-1. No sugar, just coffee and cream. The other thing I haven't quite figured out about these pop can stoves is finding a proper way to extinguish them. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure I could find a can that would fit over that and extinguish it. But that would entail carrying yet another can or something. I don't know if just setting that on there will extinguish it or not. Looks like it may have, I don't know. May still be blooming underneath though. Yes, it is. So that probably won't work. If anybody knows a way to put those out and save the fuel, I'm sure there's 1,000 different ways of doing it that I'm not aware of. But I'm unaware of a whole lot of things. Well, I'm just going to sit here and eat my waffles, drink my coffee, and go edit a video. No. We'll see you all on the next one when I figure out what else I can cook. And maybe not tell all the exact truth about something, but I see a project right there I might be able to use next time. We'll keep in touch. Take care. Be kind to one another. We'll see you on the next one.